Hey, what's up, nerds? It is Paul at Radio Free Hammer Hall. Today, I just kind of want to rant about something that's, I don't know, it's bugged me for a while. Um, it seems like Games Workshop just basically hates the basic combat hero. Um, they've basically nailed hero on a monster. Those are generally really cool, really great. They're banging on all cylinders, right? And that's something, back in Warhammer Fantasy Battle days, like those were the thing that was garbage, and um, now they work. Um, but when it comes to having a hero on foot or on some sort of fairly ordinary, non-monstrous mount, these guys are really disappointing, like all the time. It just feels to me like there should be some heroes out there, and not in every army, but we should have a sprinkling through where it's appropriate of just a hero here and there, just a generic dude that can kick some ass. But we really don't. There's only a couple of examples of heroes that are pretty solid in combat. The two that really come to mind for me are the Ironjaw's Orc Megaboss and the Slaves to Darkness Chaos Lord on Karkadrak. Both of those are, they're relatively low points, and they serve a really solid combat role, and they have a little bit of other utility to them as well. That is mainly combat oriented. So those two war scrolls do not in any way break the game. And people love both of them. And they see play like all the time. So why don't we have these pretty much anywhere else? It would seem like Khorne is the place that you should have these. More in Slaves to Darkness, too. Like, why is our exalted hero of chaos not super exalted? Not super exciting. Um, why is the Demon Prince slinging wet noodles around? Why do we have a gaggle of Stormcast heroes, many of which seem like they should be combat oriented, that not only don't hit that hard, but they all have the same friggin' attack profile? Like, guys, like, I understand having a fairly standardized attack profile for most, like, fairly generic heroes. But, like, shouldn't we have some guys out there that can, punch people's faces in? And as I said, these things that exist don't break the game. It would just be nice to have these because they're cool and fun, and they can serve a nice role. Now, the example that I personally love was something from way back in first edition, like really the first couple of years of first edition where this was actually a thing. The old Bretonnian Lord on a Pegasus. That guy had good hitting power. He had some artifacts that he could take to make him hit harder. And he was relatively fast. He flew. I think he was like a 14-inch, 16-inch move, which, I mean, that's more than relatively fast. That's fast. Now, did he break that army? Nope. Was he awesome? Yes. Did he do a lot of work for you? Yes. Earn his points back every time without going overboard. He could go and hit a unit pretty hard and then kind of pin the rest of it in place. Fly around and grab objectives, things like that. Like, he could just be a nuisance and go and kind of do a little surgical strike. these sort of like assassin heroes are great and they're cool and fun. And we have several war scrolls that are like they're things that are just supposed to be assassins. Like they'll have assassin basically in their name or literally in their name. And whatever they do, they're hide in the shadows kinds of things, and they pop out and they're supposed to stab something in the face. And when they pop out, they're not doing a lot of stabbing. Why aren't these things like having some ability that like auto kills a model or something, or like if they go into um, a unit, they'll auto kill one model. If they go into a hero and they roll like double sixes or something, they're gonna do like d6 mortal wounds, something like that. Like give us guys that are just they're more, you know, they're fighting. We have so many heroes that are just utility, and it just a whole bunch of heroes that look like they're supposed to be, your combat fighter guys, but they just don't hit in the way that they're supposed to. A ton of them are in like the like 100 to 150 point range. Like what if we bump that up to more like 150 to 200 and just made them that much better? And not even that much better, but like really pushed them to a place where it makes sense. Most of these guys are just 5, 6, 7 wound guys with 4 up, 3 up save, something like that. So they're not going to survive a long time. And it feels to me like they're not really factoring that into their math of how powerful they are allowed to be. Like, it seems like they're basically going to be glass cannons if you boost up their offensive power level. But I don't know. Like, there's a couple of other cool examples. The old Tenebral Shard with the Sword of Judgment, which is, old, like, mid-second edition things that you could teleport in and, smash heroes. Again, it wasn't breaking the game. It was good. It wasn't an auto take, but it was cool and fun and good. So it annoys the crap out of me that I want to go play Slaves to Darkness and take my Exalted Hero of Chaos and have them feel like this Chaos champion that is going to run in there and get some work done and try to impress the Chaos Gods. But with his attack profile, what Chaos God is he going to impress? How is he going to earn being a Demon Prince? He's not there. He's not getting there. I don't know. It bugs me. I just wish these things were better. And it feels to me like I don't see a justification for them not being more powerful. And again, you don't need them running around in every army, but, Slaves to Darkness, Khorne, Iron Jaws has one, maybe have another one in Iron Jaws. Or just in the other orc factions, they could really use them as well. And the whatchamajiggers, Bone Splitters, it would be on like a 6-up save. Like, why can't he just be YOLO Baggins and throw a crazy number of attacks into something in order to just go die? Just be a little crazy bomb of green shit. I don't know. They're currently so disappointing. And we can easily bump them up to at least like serviceable and respectable and not break the game in any way. They don't even need to be going into like competitive GT top tables lists. We don't need them there. It would be great for the more casual players to be able to take a cool list of like 6 corn champions and have them all compete to try and spill the most blood. That's a cool, more casual list that's very thematic. And currently, if you try and do that, you're like never gonna win a game. Like that's like it's not getting there. So I don't know. Rant over, I guess. I don't know. This hasn't been that ranty, but it's just frustrations. Um, I don't know. I think Games Workshop can just totally do better with this. And I don't know. If any of you out there in Games Workshop happen to be watching this, which you're probably not, but whatever. Like, why? Why? Why are these guys little wimps? I don't get it. We can clearly make them better, and it doesn't break the game. It doesn't throw weird imbalance into it. In fact, it'll create better internal balance in these armies. That's it. I'm out.